In this very first episode, we talk about 315. I know that sounds like one thing, but they're actually three different things, even though it's the same. Yeah, I know it's the same thing, but it's not one thing. They're three things. I'll explain. This is episode 1 of 3 Things with me. I'm Darin, and the 3 things are 315,000, 315,000, 315,000. I was doing some of the number researching the numbers there for our September newsletter that we send out to our family, friends, neighbors, and clients that we work with in the area. Came across an interesting little trend. A little trendy trend, and I'll throw it up here on the screen somewhere that you'll see it. And it's that in June of this year, in July and August, the median sales price has gone flat. It's flat like a pancake. Just hit a ceiling. It's like a too tall of a guy hits head at ceiling. It can't go anymore. Is that what's going on with home prices right now in Snohomish County? It topped out at 315,000. So what's interesting, if you go back and you look at January of 2012, so a little over 2 years ago, about 2.5 years ago, we started off at 202,000 median sales price in Snohomish County, and we've gone all the way up to this 315,000 number, but we've gone flat. So we're at a 56% increase from that January of 2012. Now, candidly, that number was lower, but I only went back to January of 2012 for whatever reason, probably because, honestly, it was all the numbers that I could fit in the newsletter. But it was lower than that, so that's still a big, like when I did the number, I talked to my wife, Catherine. She usually sits right there in the boardroom here. I said, this number doesn't seem right. 56% increase? That's crazy. Called the father-in-law, who is a math major, walk me through this, Don. This number seems crazy. Is this right? Am I doing the formula right? 56% increase, but now we've topped out at that 315,000. So we could feel it, though. As agents, we could feel this number happening because the buyers were starting to get frustrated of this rush, have your offers in. We're only going to look at offers by this date and this time, multiple offer situation, put in your highest and best, escalation clauses, all this crap that was really starting to frustrate buyers and go, you know what? I don't need a house that bad. So I'm going to give you a bonus since this is episode 1. I want to start off big here. Let's go into 3 more things of what this means for buyers, what this means for sellers, and what this means for me and other real estate agents. What this means for buyers is actually, if you're a buyer sitting there and you're one of the over 300 buyers sitting in our database that's looking at properties every single day on persingergroup.com, let's talk, because what this means is there's less buyers out there. The supply and demand is starting to balance out. So you're not going to have to rush out there and deal with that competition that maybe you're having to deal with before. Sellers, you can't just throw up any price that you want right now. In fact, because we're at this top level, this 315, we're kind of tapped out there. What a home was selling for across the street 90 days ago, 3 months, 4 months, 6 months ago, that was the bottom, that was the floor, and you could go up from that. You go, okay, this home sold for $280,000. Let's put our home on the market for $285,000, $290,000, $300,000, and you could get it, maybe even get a little bit more. That was 4-6 months ago. Now, the home that sold across the street is probably your ceiling. So if it sold for $275,000, you should probably list your home for $275,000. And that ties into, what does that mean for me as a real estate agent? That makes me actually excited, because our skill set comes into play here. We get to talk to you buyers about how we can actually go get you a home now instead of you being bid out. For sellers, we get to aggressively market your home and get you the most money, instead of there's a lot of lazy marketing going on. There was, because, and it still is, because the market was trending up so quickly, 56% over a 2.5 year period here in Snohomish County. Because it was trending, I mean, we saw a listing on Lake Stevens, on the lake. This is a lakefront home in the $800,000 price range. Saw that it was reduced by over $70,000. I was flipping through the pictures, saw a shadow of whoever was taking the photos. I'm going to assume it's the real estate agent, holding, like a smartphone type thing. Don't have my phone around here, but they're just holding the phone. You could see the sun behind them, and they're casting the shadow, taking photos of a lakefront home with your smartphone. $800,000 price range. That's not good enough. That's not good enough. So honestly, what this means for buyers, you can get back into the market. Sellers, you're going to have to find agents that can market your home aggressively and effectively, and you're going to have to do more than just throw it up and go, okay, we're going to get whatever we want. So exciting times. So thanks for checking out episode 1. I hope that you'll give me a shot on to episode 2, since I gave you a bonus, or maybe you thought I was rambling and you already shut the video off by now, but hopefully you'll stick around and we'll see what we come up with for episode 2 of 3 Things with Darin.